So today we're going to be talking about the water chakra. Yesterday we went over the earth chakra, and we could think of the water chakra as the next level up from the earth chakra, because when talking about the earth, we're talking about grounding ourselves and having all of our own essential needs met: food, water, shelter, etc. Now with the water chakra, we're talking about bringing in another consciousness into the equation. At the root of all this, what's happening is, as an individual, you're starting to realize that you're different. So, I mean, this happened when we were children, when we realized that our consciousness was actually separate from everyone else's, and that's the starting point to understanding the water chakra. It's about letting go and just letting things flow in your life and just letting things happen to you and not being rigid. It's responsible for sexuality, it's responsible for pleasure, responsible for your emotions, sensation, the movement in your life, and your nurturance. So, your ability to give love and expression to someone else or something else. It could be a person or a pet, it doesn't matter. Located in the abdominals. It's located underneath the belly button, all the way down towards the genitals. So that space between the genitals and the belly button is where the energy center is located. Now, our emotions go all the way back to when we were first born. We didn't have any way of expressing ourselves other than our raw emotions. We didn't have language to communicate with our parents or our caregivers, and this is when the basic groundwork for our emotions were set. Now, the problem that this can lead to is, depending on how our emotions were dealt with at a very young age. Some people were lucky to have loving parents, and others were not so lucky. So, a repression might have happened. So, you might have had to repress your own emotions inside of yourself, and that repression in itself takes quite a bit of energy. Now, the common symptom of suppression of your emotions is a clear overindulgence in something else. So we can see this in a lot of ways through addictions. We all have our own addictions, and usually it's in overindulgence in one area because you're lacking in another area. So really what this is getting at is to take an analysis of your life and see, where are your addictions, where are your unwanted habits, where are the things in your life, where are your thinking habits that are going on that you don't want, and really try to dig deep into why this is happening. Usually it's because of something else, and remember that you are in control because you are always the observer. So being able to dig deep into the mind and release these emotional blocks is key in the advancement of your personal growth. Now, nothing has been more repressed than sexuality. It's repressed from the moment we're born, even from the moment before you're born, because if you know that you're going to have a boy or a girl, the gender stereotypes start to kick in right away. It's kind of weird that in our society we allow people to watch countless murders, all kinds of violence on TV, but we censor nudity and censor our children from seeing the human body and sexual acts. It's been said that when something vital and natural is taken away from us, the resulting gap can then be sold back to us and used as an implement for control. This can not only be seen in sexuality, but can also be seen in bottled water, for example. It's a tactic that's been used for a long time. I think as a society, we've been taught to repress our own sexuality, and because of that, it comes out in destructive ways. Now, to finish off, I want to leave you with a breathing technique that I find really helpful. It takes a little bit of willpower and discipline, but what you want to do is sit in an upright position or lying down if necessary and focus on your breath. Now, you want this to last for 15 minutes, so you can set a timer, you can go by the clock, but ideally you want to try to go for at least 15 minutes. Now, when you sit there, you want to focus on your in-breath and your out-breath. And on the in-breath, you want to focus on bringing in all the things you want into your life. Now, keeping this related to the second chakra, you want to breathe in and think about the relationships that you want. Breathe in, think about the type of person you want to become, how you want to relate to other people. And take the top of the breath, and reflect on that feeling. Then on the out breath, what you do is you let go of all the things you don't want related to this same concept. So on the out breath, you're letting go of the bad relationships in your life, letting go of the tension, letting go of your repressed feelings. This is going to be hard at first, but as you continue to do it, it becomes easier and easier. So I encourage you to try that. It's a very good practice. I try to do it right upon waking and before I go to bed. I do find it helps me sleep better.